Hi everyone, this is Rick. Today, let's look at how to use SmartSlice to find the optimal print settings for your part. When it comes to FFF parts, it is no secret that there are a lot of print settings and that some of these settings have a significant effect on the strength and stiffness of the printed part. For any functional part, the question is, what do the print settings need to be in order to make sure the part is strong enough and stiff enough? Well, this is the fundamental problem that SmartSlice is designed to answer. The part we will use today is a manufacturing aid that you might find on an assembly line. First, I'll define the use case. The bottom is adhered to the workspace, so we can select it as the anchor surface. 3 loads are defined to represent the expected maximum loads applied when the part is in use. A factor of safety of 2.5 and a maximum deflection of 2 mm are defined as the strength and stiffness targets. For the print configuration, let's use ASA as the material and the print settings shown here. Note there are 4 walls, 4 top and bottom layers, and 20% infill. I want to know what the preferred build orientation is, so I quickly ran the 3 orientations shown here through the SmartSlice validation tool. It is obvious that the side orientation is the strongest, so I'll use that going forward. I covered build orientations in more depth in a different video, so be sure to check that out. If we look at the results from the SmartSlice validation, we see that the factor of safety is 1.61 and the max displacement is 1.55 mm. The part is stiff enough, but not strong enough. At this point, we have 2 options. We can manually adjust the print settings and continue running validations, or we can let SmartSlice optimize them for us. First, I want to change a few individual print settings to discover what impact they have on the strength of the part. Here are the results from these validations. If I only increase the wall line count from 4 to 20, the factor of safety increases to 3.55. When I increase the number of top and bottom layers from 4 to 20, the factor of safety is 3.01. And when I increase the infill density from 20% to 80%, the factor of safety increases to 2.49, which is essentially at our target value of 2.5. So each one of these configurations meets or exceeds the strength requirement, but the print times have increased significantly. We could continue to manually iterate these settings and eventually get to an optimized part, or we could let SmartSlice find these settings for us. When I click Optimize, SmartSlice will explore the print setting design space and automatically find configurations that meet the requirements while minimizing print time. Here are the results from the optimization. The top result has the lowest print time. It uses modifier meshes to locally reinforce the part and place extra material only where it is needed. A look inside the part shows internal walls added as a result of the modifier meshes. The second result does not use modifier meshes, but it takes longer to print and uses more material than the first solution. All you need to do is select the configuration that you like the best and send it to your printer. Comparing the optimized and manually validated print times, we see that the optimized solution has the lowest print time by about 70 minutes. How much time would it take to do these iterations without SmartSlice? If you printed and tested the 8 configurations discussed in this video, it would take at least 5 days and 16 hours. With SmartSlice, running all these validations and the optimization takes less than 1 hour. It's time to let SmartSlice take the guesswork out of configuring your FFF parts and start printing with purpose.